The year 7th century was a pivotal period in the history of the Indian subcontinent. Northern India remained divided among several powerful kingdoms, while the young ruler, Harsha was only beginning his rise to power. Across the Deccan, regional dynasties competed for influence, creating a constantly shifting political landscape. Amid this era of rivalry and opportunity, a new powers emerged from Badami, the Chalukyas. Under the leadership of Pulakeshin II, the Chalukya kingdom embarked on a remarkable period of expansion. Through a series of military campaigns and strategic victories, Pulakeshin transformed his kingdom into the dominant force of the Deccan and laid the foundations of a powerful empire. As Chalukya influence expanded eastward and southward, it eventually collided with the ambitions of the Pallavas of Kanchipuram. This rivalry would spark one of the most important and enduring conflicts in South Indian history, the Pallava Chalukya War. In this video, we explore the rise of Pulakeshin II, his conquests, his greatest battles, and the beginning of the historic struggle between the Chalukyas and the Pallavas. Welcome back to Battle Shield YouTube channel. If you enjoy Indian history and epic battles, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Now, without wasting any more time, let's dive into the rise of one of the greatest emperors in Indian history, Pulakeshin II. After the death of King Kirtivarman I around 597 CCE, his son Pulakeshin was still very young. Because of this, Kirtivarman's brother, Mangalesha, became the ruler of the Chalukya kingdom. At first, Mangalesha ruled as a guardian for the young prince. Mangalesha was a capable king. He expanded the kingdom and won several military campaigns. However, as the years passed, he decided that he wanted his own son to become the next king instead of Pulakeshin. This created a serious problem. Pulakeshin was the rightful heir to the throne. When he realized that Mangalesha planned to deny him his inheritance, he rebelled against his uncle. A civil war soon broke out inside the Chalukya Empire. Many nobles and military commanders chose sides. Some supported Mangalesha, while others remained loyal to Pulakeshin. The fighting was fierce, but Pulakeshin proved to be a skilled leader and capable warrior. Eventually, he defeated Mangalesha in battle. Mangalesha was killed during the conflict, although the exact circumstances of his death remain unknown. Some historians suggest that he may have been betrayed by his allied feudatories. As such, political betrayals were not uncommon in early and later medieval India. However, there is no definitive historical evidence to confirm this. Following his victory, Pulakeshin successfully claimed the Chalukya throne around 610 CE. After ascending the throne in 610 CE, Pulakeshin II faced a new challenge. The civil war had weakened the Chalukya Empire, and several rivals saw an opportunity to challenge his authority. Around 611 to 612 CE, Pulakeshin launched his first major campaign against two powerful chiefs, Apahika and Govinda, who had advanced towards the Bhima River and threatened Chalukya territory. Pulakeshin personally led his army against them. According to historical records, Govinda eventually submitted to Pulakeshin and accepted his authority. Apahika, however, continued his resistance. A fierce battle followed, and Pulakeshin emerged victorious. Apahika was defeated, and the rebellion was crushed. After defeating Apahika and Govinda, Pulakeshin II turned his attention to the south. During the Chalukya civil war, the Kadambas of Banavasi had taken advantage of the instability and regained their independence. Pulakeshin was determined to restore Chalukya authority and launched a campaign against them. The Alupas, rulers of the coastal region, supported Pulakeshin and joined the Chalukya side during the war. Together, they marched against the Kadamba Kingdom. The campaign ended in a Chalukya victory. Banavasi, the Kadamba capital, was brought back under Chalukya control, and the Kadambas were forced to submit to Pulakeshin's authority. To reward the Alupas for their loyalty and support during the war, Pulakeshin granted them some territories that had previously belonged to the Kadambas. This strengthened the alliance between the Chalukyas and the Alupas. The victory over the Kadambas sent a powerful message across southern India. Seeing the growing strength of the Chalukya Empire, the Western Ganga dynasty chose to accept Pulakeshin's supremacy rather than risk a costly conflict. With southern Karnataka secured, Pulakeshin II turned his attention to the western coast. The Mauryas of Konkan were not new enemies of the Chalukyas. Years earlier, Pulakeshin's father, Kirtivarman I, had defeated the Mauryas and brought them under Chalukya influence. During the reign of Mangalesha, the Mauryas continued to acknowledge Chalukya suzerainty and remained loyal feudatories. However, the Chalukya succession war between Mangalesha and Pulakeshin II changed the political situation. As the empire became consumed by civil war, several feudatories seized the opportunity to assert their independence. The Mauryas of Konkan appear to have been among these rulers. Once Pulakeshin secured the throne, defeated the Kadambas, and received the submission of the Gangas, he turned his attention toward the western coast to restore Chalukya authority. According to the Eye-Hole inscription, Pulakeshin captured the Mauryan capital of Puri, which is generally identified with a site near present-day Elephanta Island, close to Mumbai. Since Puri was a fortified coastal city, many historians believe the campaign likely involved both land and naval forces, although the inscription does not describe the battle in detail. It is possible that Pulakeshin assembled a large fleet to support the invasion. Chalukya ships may have blockaded the harbor while troops landed along the coast and advanced toward the city. With pressure from both land and sea, the Mauryan defenses were eventually overwhelmed and Puri fell into Chalukya hands. If this interpretation is correct, the campaign represents one of the earliest recorded naval expeditions in Indian history. While naval warfare had existed long before this period, very few military campaigns involving fleets are mentioned in surviving inscriptions. The capture of Puri therefore stands as one of the earliest recorded examples of a major Indian ruler using naval power in warfare. The Mauryas of Konkan were once again forced to acknowledge Chalukya supremacy. Their defeat secured the western coastline, strengthened Chalukya control over important maritime trade routes across the Arabian Sea, and eliminated another major rebellion that had emerged during the succession crisis. With the Kadambas subdued, the Gangas brought into submission, and the Mauryas restored as Chalukya feudatories, Pulakeshin had successfully rebuilt much of the empire inherited from his father. By around 615 CE, Pulakeshin II had crushed the major rebellions that erupted during the Chalukya succession war and restored stability throughout his kingdom. The young king who had once fought for survival had now emerged as the undisputed ruler of the Deccan, But peace would not last for long. To the southeast, another great power was rising, the Pallava Empire. Before long, these two mighty kingdoms would clash in one of the most famous rivalries in early Indian history. In the next episode, we will explore how the legendary Chalukya Pallava Wars began. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.